What's up, guys? So today we're just gonna show a little bit of a new project that I'm working on here today. Actually, today is primarily diagnosis, which we'll get into in just a second. So I go down to my local Free Geek, which for those of us who don't know what that is, basically just imagine a Goodwill that is for electronics only, and we've started building a relationship with a lot of the people that work there. So we can often find some pretty good things there, which is, where these computers have came from. So we were looking in the back for from my previous video, if you listen to it, um, looking for a Dell Latitude, figured I'd go there first before spending some money on eBay. We did not find anything quite new enough, unfortunately, but we did find the bins of so-called duds of laptops that, they plug it in, it doesn't turn on, it goes into the bin for recycling. So there was a whole bin of MacBooks there. I probably should have gotten more, so maybe I will next time. But these two caught my eye, and we'll start off with this one right here that you're looking at. This is a early 2013 15-inch MacBook Pro. It does not power. We plug it in and the light comes on, and that's about it. So I need to open this one up and figure out what's going on with it, if it's just a matter of something being unplugged or if there's obvious damage or corrosion or something going on. Otherwise, we will be buying a new motherboard for this one, getting it swapped out, and it should be good to go. It's in pretty good condition. We do need a enter key, as you can see there, but the rest of the keyboard is, pretty good for the age. There's some very minor wear, which actually this wear looks better than my 2-year-old work ThinkPad. So this keyboard was used pretty lightly. We have some stress bins right there. This you cannot feel. I've had this happen before. But these retinas, these first-gen retinas, they have some structural issues here and there. So there's that one there, and this one, it's very slight. No dents or anything on the palm rest. The screen is in pretty fantastic condition. You can see a light silhouette of the keyboard imprint, which I don't think we're going to be able to get off, but you can just barely see it there. There's no delamination or anything like that on this screen. So overall, it's in good condition. There's a slight bend right there. And on the back, it's got a couple stains that I need to clean up, but this back shell is in pretty good shape. We have a minor bend right there, and the bottom is just a little bit rougher, which is typically how you'll see these. I need to get 2 new feet, but overall it's in good condition. So we should be able to source a motherboard for this one for under $100, and the battery, it's not puffed, so probably just gonna leave that battery the way it is, since it's not puffed. They're pretty expensive still for these, about $100 I think. So, and then this will I'd like to keep it, but honestly it might be sold, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. You can see some chamfering right here on the edge. So overall, I'd say this is like B- condition, factoring in that this is about a 10-year-old computer now. So going on to the other one here, kind of same condition. This one's slightly worse. You can see some scratches and stuff. This is a 2009 MacBook Air, and this one came back no power at all when we were in the store. By the way, both of these are $5, so anything at Free Geek that is going to be thrown out, or recycled, we'll say, is $5. So I don't know if that's the same at other places, but for ours it is. But anyway, this one, keyboard is in pretty good shape. Nothing too crazy. Inside's in great shape. No issues with the screen. This one, like I said, it was not even lighting up on the charging port. And so I checked out that one, and it turns out that nothing was hooked up to the motherboard. So what we ended up doing was hooking everything back up, plug it back in, and we're getting a beep every 5 seconds, which is an indication of a RAM issue. So basically our only option here is to pull this motherboard out and bake it in the oven at a low temperature for about 5 to 10 minutes to try and rework the solder on the RAM, which apparently is a somewhat common problem with these. So we're going to try that. If it doesn't work, I've been looking at sourcing another motherboard. It looks like they're pretty pricey. I'm not even sure what the values on these Airs are, but I wouldn't imagine that they would be too much more than $100 to $150. So it's kind of a question if it's worth it at that point. So we'll just have to see what happens. I'm really hoping the oven fixes it. But this one, I do have the screws out of it at the moment. Bottom panel's in relatively good condition for its age. Now this is a 15-year-old laptop, I think. So as you can see, everything, all of these were unplugged, everything. So I replugged them in and got that issue with the beeping every 5 seconds. One forum online said it could be the fan. It is plugged in, I did check. So that might be something to look into, but I'm not for sure yet. But this is going to be something I'm working on probably over the next 2 weeks maybe. So this is just kind of an introductory, oh my gosh, I can't even speak today. Introductory of some projects that I have going here. And we'll see if we can't get these revived. So maybe it'd be separate videos. So once we find out what we want to do with these, then we'll do separate videos on them and hopefully get them running. That's really the end goal, help get e-waste out. Of course, they do recycle responsibly at Free Geek, but you know, I'd rather have a machine that's out in the world getting use rather than one that is getting thrown away. So we'll see what happens with these. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this because I do have other stuff to do today, but we'll see what happens and keep you guys updated. So that's pretty much it, guys. We'll talk to you in the next video.